Harbor Freight will pay you $39 an hour to work from home, even in your pajamas. So let me show you how.
Well, I'm not at home and I'm not in my pajamas, but $39 or almost $40 an hour to work from home, that sounds pretty good to me. But let's pump the brakes on this because there's been a lot of Harbor Freight related scams. Not Harbor Freight doing scams, but people trying to pose as Harbor Freight. So let's see, is this one for real? Is Harbor Freight really going to pay you almost $40 to work in your jammies? Let's check it out. So I'm on Harbor Freight's website right here. We come over here, look at right here. It says join our team. We click on that, takes us to another page. What do we got here? It's not what makes Harbor Freight great. It's you. All right. So we got find your next job. You can look for or browse by type. We can look for retail, distribution, corporate, or remote. Sure enough, there's remote. Let's open this up in another tab and see what we got going on here. Remote jobs at Harbor Freight Tools, 16 job openings. Let me kind of scale this, makes it a little bit easier to read. So let's jump through them. First up, we got a contract attorney. I don't know if I might be overqualified for that one. Inventory analysis, yeah. Manager lease renewals. Contract center. Now, the one they talked about in the video, if you watch the full video, and I'll put a link to her, it's a Facebook account, I think, that she uses. And I honestly, I think she's totally legit. She puts out some compelling stuff. If we come down here, sure enough, there we go. This is the one she talks about in the video that's gone viral, by the way, over on Facebook with over 1 million views. Here it is, e-commerce content moderator remote. Let's see what we can get as a content moderator. And we got here, it says job description. Primary responsibility e-commerce content moderator is to manage the product review process for Harbor Freight Tools. This includes serving as a primary contact for all review-related requests, running regular reports, managing all communications, internal teams, monitoring, yada, 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 secondary responsibles, supporting the e-commerce team, and additional content auditing on the website. Well, I do know they have one because I kind of work with folks like that. In fact, I've met their social media people at SEMA last year. Great folks, really nice, and they've been really killing it on the social media. So big up to them. They've been doing a good job. Now, let's come down here. Job requirements: ability to work in a high-pressure, fast-paced environment. My house is high-pressured and fast-paced. A strong knowledge of Excel. Everyone loves Excel. I've been around the channel. You know, I'm kind of an Excel geek myself. Detail-oriented. Possess proven ability to work with others, working knowledge of Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics. That's kind of an interesting one. Excellent communication skills, strong analytical thinking, detail-oriented. We already had detail-oriented. I guess the person who wrote it wasn't very detail-oriented. Sorry, HR folks. Strong initiative, disposition to work varying hours and support product updates as that may occur late in the evening on the weekend. Let me tell you, I know there have been some updates that the marketing team has messed up, and I've sent over some stuff late in the evening and watched them scramble. For those of you who don't know, we call it a working relationship. I don't work for Harbor Freight. I'm not paid by Harbor Freight, but they do send us products, and we do talk back and forth and have for years about the state of the industry, what's going on with Harbor Freight, what people want to hear from them. So I do have an open channel communication and actually have designated people over there that I talk to. Physical requirements: stand, walk, and sit for extended periods of time. Speak and listen. Use a keyboard and lift up to 15 pounds. Alrighty. And here's the big one. Anticipated range for this. Apparently, the speak well and work with others is a problem for me. Up to $39.47 per hour. We got to call this one confirmed. That is a no joke post. I realize it did come across, I'm sorry, but it did come across a wee bit scammy. I mean, you do that over the top. I'm sitting here in my pajamas. Look what you can do. Just for only $17, I'll show you. Now, she doesn't say that, but it does feel like that's the next part of the line. But no, she's completely legit. This is the job here. And yeah, you can apply for it right now. It's online. It's an actual job that they've got listed. Let's see what else they've got for remote work. Let's start back at the beginning again. We got okay. Not everyone's going to be able to be an attorney. Now, I did do contracts for a long time, but I'm not an attorney. Inventory analyst. That seems like an interesting one. Manager lease renewals. That's really cool, but it probably takes some very specific knowledge of real estate. Contact center associate. I don't know. Manager transportation ops. That sounds like a headache right there. International vendor manager, talk about another headache. Manager trade compliance, boy, that's going to be a lot of paperwork in that one. Manager paid media analytics. That'll be interesting. Manager IT applications. Talk about a pain in the you know what. I've done some IT work in my days, and I can tell you that is an unloved position. Market testing. Oh, market testing sounds cool. Database administration. That's a hard pass. Manager product compliance. Automotive. Boy, that again, paperwork on that one. IT business analyst and area loss prevention manager. How do you do loss prevention remotely? That drones? We fly drones? I don't know. Oh, we got a second page. Let's see. We got one more here. And that is a regional HR generalist. If you're in the HR kind of stuff, I know you're looking at that one. Let's step through some of these and see what they pay. So the manager for lease renewals, duties and responsibilities scope. Let's see, education requirement, bachelor's degree required, advanced degree preferred. Yeah, they're going to want you to have and be able to understand how leases are written, stuff like that. I've done a lot of that when I ran a company in Silicon Valley. I understand it's going to take some specific job requirements, but the salary, 89 to 133, is not bad. It's a pretty decent salary for someone with 3 to 5 years of experience. If you've been doing leases and stuff, and you want something that's more, I almost said sedentary, but kind of, this may be the way to go. Let's see. We got contact center associate. So our contact center associate provides exceptional customer experience through phone and email communication, providing order information. So you're a call center, basically. You're an at-home call center. This is an easy job. You just have to have some customer service, to have a little bit of patience, be able to talk to people, understand, if you can empathize with people on the phone and what they're going through, you can go far with a job like this. Friendly, flexible, action-oriented, composure, customer focus, and an effective communicator. Experience, customer service. They just want customer service and some basic Office Word, like Microsoft Office skills. Bachelor's associate degree preferred, high school diploma, physical requirements. Again, lifting 15 pounds. What are they? You have to do exercises at home? Is that what that's about? I don't know. They want you to stay in shape when you're doing this stuff. I don't blame them. Anticipated rate for this position is $20 an hour. Now, that may not seem like much, okay? The local McDonald's here is paying just over $20 an hour. But if I had a choice of working in McDonald's, and oh my gosh, I'd rather chew off my own ankle to get away, and working $20 at home doing some customer service on the phone, especially if you're taking care of a kid or maybe an elderly parent or you've got mobility issues, that's basically 40 grand for working from home. And you'll be surprised. Working from home saves you so much money. Oh, I thought, I didn't realize when I started working from home how much money I was saving. It's ridiculous how much cheaper it is to work from home. So that's good. Talk about a great starting job. And it's a great company to work for. They're 45 years old, 48 states, 1,300 stores, a lot of room to grow there. Transportation ops, that one. Oh, we'll partner with different members of the supply chain stores operations team to improve domestic transportation services and efficiency and cost. Transportation operation manager is an analytical person who passionately leads projects, financial acumen, enjoys quantitative problem solving, metrics research, and seeing improvements for their actions. This is a job I could do standing on my head because I've done a lot of analytics and dealt with metrics and managing and ran operations. And I understand a lot of what this job is, and I don't want to do it. I can tell you that. Requirements are a bachelor's degree in supply chain. I'll tell you what. Some of the best people I've seen who've done operations, I got some friends who they have a family business that does trucking, and the kind of people they hire for this are just they're women. They're usually in their like mid 30s to mid 40s, and they just take no guff. They're no nonsense. They're on top of it. They write everything down. They double check everything. And you may think they're a pain, but my gosh, they get stuff done. And the salary on this, wow, look at this, $105,000 to $158,000 a year. Boy, if you're one of those analytical type of people who really likes to, like, if you play Sim Train, this is probably the job for you. All right, this is can you imagine making $158 working from home? I think that would be a great job for a lot of people. All right, let's see what else we got. Manager trade compliance. This one would give me nightmares. because compliance means you're dealing with a government agency that says you have to do this, this, and this, and you have to read through all of that. And even if you think you've got it right, you've got it wrong, because somebody else on the other side is going to be like, well, no, we don't think that's what it means. And you're like, no, plain English, it says that. Yeah, but we think it means something different. And you have no recourse, really, unless you want to try and sue your way out. Try suing the government. Let me know how that works for you. Anyway, trade compliance, directly responsible for managing and planning and overseeing all aspects of trade compliance to achieve Harbor Freight's financial, operational, strategic goals while maintaining compliance. Oh my gosh, I'm getting anxiety just reading the job description. Global sourcing. Anyway, yeah, it's compliance. It's legal compliance, and I want nothing to do with it. But if this is your thing, if this is your passion, my gosh, customs broker, minimum 68 years experience, BABS, knowledge in customs. Oh my gosh, I've done importing. Customs is an absolute nightmare. And the pay is commensurate with that nightmare, up to $152,000 a year. Let's see what else we got here. We got the manager paid media analytics, remote. Again, this is a managerial position. I bet it's going to be the same kind of price range. Maybe a little bit less because it's probably less of a headache. And what you're doing is you're looking at media and going, hey, are we getting our bang for the buck when we pay for this stuff? Really easy usually to do when you're talking about marketing, much harder to evaluate when you're talking about PR. I know because the people who deal with me, they're usually in PR. The difference from marketing is when I go, you see an ad and it's like, Coke, it's what you want. That's marketing, okay? When you see PR, it's like, hey, I'm the Den of Tools, and by the way, I'm so thirsty, so thirsty. Yeah, all right. And you're like, wow, he drinks a lot of Coke. Maybe I should drink Coke. And you tell your friends, and they're like, yeah, he drinks Coke. PR. PR is like a friend of a friend of a friend told you, or marketing is like they're sitting there with a loudspeaker in your face going, buy, buy, buy. Anyway, I want to see what the price, up to $161,000. Wow. I guess if you can get the job done, again, as I said, the marketing side a lot easier than the PR side when it comes to figuring out what's really going on. IT manager. I want to see how much the IT manager makes. 167, and he's probably going to earn every cent of it. Why? Because in corporate America, anytime anything goes wrong, well, it was the computer's fault. IT didn't get it done. Oh, I sent the email, it got lost. It's got to be IT's fault. Everything that goes wrong in an office is IT's fault. And if you're working remotely, oh my gosh, I once did a rollout distribution to 140 offices across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. And they couldn't fly me out there for most of them. And this is where we're doing computer rollout, servers and cable and all this other kind of stuff. And so I had to call people and walk them through the phone. But before, I'd send them instructions in a packet, step by step, stereo. Only an idiot could get these wrong. Apparently, idiots are a dime a dozen. I asked my manager if I could send them with a stick and instructions on how to beat themselves with it. My manager told me no, that would be inappropriate. I thought it was a brilliant idea. Anyway, the managing marketing testing analytics remote. Again, this is probably going to be that 163,000. They're paying some good numbers here for working remote. I think that working remote from Harbor Freight might be a good thing. Let's see about the other jobs they got real quick. While we're here, let's check it out, shall we? Let's see what else we got here. Let's go back to the main page. Let's see how much retail pays. We got retail here. Retail is coming in. We've got how much do we got here? We got, oh my gosh, there's 250 pages. Oh, it's all based on the location. So you can sort by where you are. Let's see here, 59047. We don't have a Harbor Freight in our town. I live in a small town in central Montana, south central. Come to you, south central Montana here. Let's do a radius of 100 miles. There is at least one within 100 miles. Oh, Helena, Bozeman. I know the Bozeman people. Billings, I've been to Billings. I've been to Helena. Retail sales associate. Let's see what else we got. Retail stocking associate is $16 an hour. Sales associate in Helena is $19 per hour. Retail stocking associate Bozeman is $22 an hour. Retail, I can tell you this, tire tech in Bozeman is starting at $25 an hour. So, I mean, not quite as hard work. You're just stocking shelves and stuff like that. Retail associate in Bozeman, $22 an hour. That's good money for just working retail. And senior retail associate in Helena is, let's see, it doesn't say right here. Let me go through here and see what it is. It's going to be different in your area. You can go check it out. I'll put a link to the whole job page and you can go see what's what there if you want. Let's see how much the retail associate in Helena is making. Senior retail is making $16 an hour. Helena is a beautiful town, right up there on it's almost a lake. It's the Missouri, but at that point it's actually a lake. And we got jobs in distribution and in corporate. Oh, let's see what we can get a job at corporate. Maybe I should apply for one of these and see what they say. My last real full-time job was the chief operating officer for a tech company in Silicon Valley. Think I'm qualified for any of these? I wish I could sort by pay grade. Senior tax accountant, nope. Lease admin clerk, no. Associate merchant, district manager, e-commerce content moderator. Oh, that's remote again. So it's corporate, but it's remote. Vendor, leave of absence specialist. Oh, that sounds terrible. Manager, paid analytics. I could qualify for those. Contract, I can't do. They're not going to let me do contracts. I could do contracts. IT business, we got 3 pages. So it looks like a lot of this is remote. In fact, I seem to remember them telling me that a lot of the people, they built this brand new headquarters and then you know what hit and everyone went remote and they're like, you know what, this works so well, we're just going to keep doing it. So I'm guessing that a lot of their stuff is remote. Patent agent is not remote and I'm not dealing with patents. Let's see here. More remote. Business system lead in Joliet. Makes me think of the Blues Brothers there. Inventory control, weekend shift, director of production support, ensuring the IT system. I don't want anything to do with IT. Manager, testing analytics, district manager, North Tennessee. Hey, I'm going to be in North Tennessee pretty soon. Oh, maybe they'll let me do a tour of Calabasas. That'd be cool. The HR generalist, inventory control area, inventory. None of these jobs I want, but you know what? I have a job. I do this. So let me tell you, I've had a lot of jobs in my life and a lot of them were great, but once you start working for yourself, doing this sort of thing, I get called by recruiters probably once a month. I have a recruiter reach out to me. We've got a great company that's doing this or the startup that's doing this. And I look at them like, oh, that looks super cool. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to work for anybody else. HR coordinator, facilities technician, environmental health, environmental area loss. Nope. Director of imagery operations. I thought it said imaginary operations. Oh, it's time for a nap. Oh, I want to be the director of imaginary operations. You will lead photo and video production studio teams, managing the total studio budget while balancing quality, efficiency, and speed to market. I got to tell you, they've gotten better. A lot of their old imagery stuff was really not the best. And I got to tell you, in the last 5 years, they've done a great job of picking up the quality on the website, of the images that they use. Whoever's doing it now, big shout out to them. Maybe they just should promote them to director. I don't know who it is, so it's not like I'm rooting for somebody. You will lead the photo production. Your primary responsibility will be to lead, organize, and orchestrate an organized, focused, synergistic workflow. Who's got their corporate bingo cards going? On a go forward, we're going to escalate this project with synergistic workflow for an optimized paradigm shift of the equation that is related to the harmonic balancing of the workplace. Yeah, I did my time in corporate. Let's see here. Oh, in a nutshell, your role is the glue, making sure all facets of the team and process are running smoothly, AKA you're herding monkeys. Good luck with that one. Let's see, what are they paying this schmuck? $190. Let's see here. Education, bachelor's degree in design, marketing, photography, videography, advertising, business, or related field. Hey, I'm a YouTuber with 230,000 subscribers, 110,000 on what do you go, Facebook. Do I qualify? Anyway, point is, these jobs are real. This is on Harbor Freight's website. I do know that they're desperately hiring for a lot of these positions. I've talked to the guys when I was at Seaman. I've talked to some of the other folks, and a lot of the people who work for Harbor Freight are also fans of the page, and they contact me about stuff. They are hiring for positions. I know distribution for a while there. They were really growing that, and they're building more stores. I can remember it just seems like a year or two ago they were at 1,000 stores, which was a huge growth, and now they're at 1,300 and looking to hit 1,500. I hear sometime fairly soon. Anyway, I'll put a link down below. You can go check it out if you're looking for a job at Harbor Freight. Hopefully, you'll turn out better than those of you who applied for the job at Stanley's new Made in America plant for craftsmen. That went so badly. Anyway, you all take care. God bless, and as always, shine on.